Are you ready for another round of art? Too bad. 10 more pieces of public art in Northeast Wisconsin. Or at least Appleton. As time goes, things change. Before we introduce more art, we need to say goodbye to some of the art introduced in the last episode. The Alley Project, painted by Chad Brady, has been removed due to construction in the area. In the arms of an angel, far away from you. First up, might be considered a bit of a curveball for expectations. The art surrounding the former Union Jack Bar on Old Oneida Street is worth checking out. The mural on the building was painted in 2016 by an M. Braun. My internet sleuthing comes up short for more definitive information on this artist. On the opposite side of the parking lot is an old eagle statue. I knew of the statue from driving past, but I never really got to stop and look at it and enjoy it till this time. This is some art that you may not have thought about checking out while going around the area, but it is definitely worth just taking in and checking out. Does that make sense? Taking in, checking out? Downtown has been filling up with murals, statues, and other installations of art. Some art, like the previous, doubles as billboards for businesses, such as this mural by Chad Brady, which advertises The Fire, a studio for painting pottery, creating mosaics, and fusing glass. I really love the color, movement, and feeling I get from this one. While it may advertise a business, it's more of an art installation that happens to also serve as a way to promote a business that commissioned it. I don't know, I like it. Dang, my downtown map didn't stretch across the river of College Avenue. Let me fix that. There. Just off the College Street roundabout is a statue that I've honestly never heard of anyone talking about. Yet, it's next to the Mead Park and its pool. This is THEB Stacked by Jeffrey Beauchart. THEB stands for Transparent, Hollow, Empty Boxes. The hope is that the viewer will contemplate not only the sculpture itself, but what they see through the sculpture and how that environment can change their interpretation. Just off Franklin Street, a popular bypass for downtown College Avenue, if you want less stoplights, you'll find Medusa by Chad Brady. Wait, Chad Brady? Yes! Chad Brady! While the mural is simple and to the point, it also has a very rock and roll style. It adorns the side of Misfits Tavern, and they worked with the artist to develop an image that represents them and their establishment. Rebels, artists, musicians. Back on College Avenue, we have Cotton Column by Jim Galusi. This piece is built of steel, perforated stainless steel, and a fiberglass diffuser that is illuminated by a color-changing LED. It was created to celebrate the cotton plant with all its many uses. The shape of the sculpture was meant to have an Egyptian flair, to identify the ancientness of the crop. While it can be viewed during the day just fine, it's better, in my opinion, at dusk, or just before the street lamps brighten up for the evening. One building away from the Cotton Column is another area of art. Now, it's not necessarily an art installation, it's an outdoor area next to the Copper Rock Coffee Company and the Mondo Wine Bar. The space has been used for performances and general seating and gathering. What makes it stand out is the care given to the space to make it feel welcoming and warm. The brick wall has a nice interpretation of Purple Mountain. Majesty, maybe? And the tall wire fence is even spruced up with fence fillers painted in soft tones to complement the colorful tables and chairs in the space. On the far west side of downtown is the Appleton Bike Shop, and the mural, Here and There, by Irino Medina. Irino worked with the Boys and Girls Club of the Fox Valley and the Appleton Police Department in 2019's Summer of Service to create this art with the assistance of students, in part of a community service initiative. And on top of that wholesomeness is the fact that this is fun, colorful, imaginative, and it brightens the alley it resides. If you think you're done with this exact location, you are wrong! Because behind you is even more art! On the side of McFleischman's Brewing Company is another hit from Chad Brady, the Rock the Vote mural of David Bowie. As a Bowie fan, I love that this exists, and that its message reaches out saying that voting is important, but not who or what to vote for. This simply asks people to take part in the process. Then, before we leave this alley, let's take a look at Domesticator by Scott Wallace. The sculpture is inspired by his own dog that was a member of his family for 11 years. The design is meant to resemble a toy in its nature. I find it to be a good depiction of a family dog, being a fun, playful part of the family and a stalwart companion. Anyone who has or had a dog as a family pet will be able to find a unique experience in this installation. Finally, we have the Mile of Music mural, once again by Chad Brady. This was commissioned by an anonymous donor and is something the artist wanted to do for a while since he is a fan of the festival held in town. Mile of Music is a cover-free 4-day festival of mostly undiscovered musicians playing their own music. No cover bands, no cover charges. This mural is a combination of the festival's graphics over the years and sits at the far west side of downtown to welcome festival goers entering the area of dozens of venues hosting hundreds of artists playing thousands of songs. And there you have it! A second round of street art in northeast Wisconsin, specifically Appleton. I still have a handful of installations and murals in the books, and we even have some new murals. If you are interested in any of the sculptures shown in this video, check out sculpturevalley.com for their Acre of Art program. Plus, check out the website govalleykids.com for their listing of murals in the area. Both of these websites have assisted me with identifying names of installations and the artists. Also, thanks to Bridget for showing more interest in art to share with her students. It only takes one kind word to encourage me to keep going. Let me know if you'd like to see more public art in Northeast Wisconsin in the comments, or with that like button. Or why not? Let's get a little wild and do both. Woo!